Alright, rainy day. Vlog anyway. What is up, everybody? David here for another vlog on this rainy and overcast day. Today, I am just going for a little bit of a drive, getting out of the house a little bit, because I want to talk about a topic I think should be addressed. So, I'm just gonna jump right into it. Today's topic is the dark side of loving cars. And I'm just gonna segue right into it. On March 9th, very recently, my friend Brianna Luckinbill passed away in a tragic car accident. And out of respect for her family and friends, I'm not gonna go into very much detail about her crash, but in a nutshell, they came up on another accident on I-64, which had backed up traffic. They stopped in time, I believe, but a car behind them did not stop in time and struck the car Brianna was in. She was a passenger. And there was 6 other cars involved, but Brianna was the only fatality. And it's just one of those things that it's just such a shame. She was too young, guys. She was way too young. She was only 18 years old. She had a lot ahead of her. But the coolest thing about her was that she was a car girl. I met Brianna about a year and a half ago, I'd say. Back when I lived in Virginia Beach, I live in Richmond, Virginia now. Back when I lived down there, I was very active in the car scene down there. I knew a lot of the car clubs, a lot of the little meets down there, that sort of thing. So I was very much a part of the community down there, and I loved it. I saw Brianna every now and then before we, I guess you could say, met. And then one night, I waved to her, and I got a Facebook friend request. What's ironic is I didn't really get to know Brianna that well until I moved back to Richmond. I actually got to know her very much through social media and stuff like that, more than in person. But we started talking through Messenger and whatnot, and we became great friends. She was very much a part of the Virginia Beach car community, and she was just one of those people that everybody knew, but for the best reasons. I'm talking, she cared about people, she never lied to you. You know, sometimes we like to glorify the dead, even if they were bad people. You know, it's like, well, he was so-and-so good, even though he or she wasn't. But Brianna's different. Brianna was exactly the person everybody says she was. And the coolest thing about it was that she was a car girl. According to her mother, she was putting in a clutch in a car before it happened. I mean, how cool is that? How many girls know how to do that, or at least are around when that goes on? That was awesome. But sometimes when I visited Virginia Beach, I saw her and I hung out with her a few times, and she was just great company. She always spammed my Snapchats. Oh my gosh, like, look at this screenshot. I could never keep up with her. She was like a Snapchat master. One of our inside jokes was, since we both love SpongeBob so much, I know I'm a 23-year-old who still loves SpongeBob, I sent her a picture of, like, when I was watching SpongeBob, and I go, "Are you jelly? Like, are you jealous?" And she goes, "I don't really like jelly." But she had this obsession with Taco Bell. I mean, anybody who's watching this knows how much she loved Taco Bell. And I was like, oh, next time I'm down there, I'll put some jelly in your tacos. And we'll have some jelly tacos. That sounds appetizing. So ever since then, we had a little bit of a plan to have jelly tacos together. It was the grossest freaking inside joke I think I've had with a person, but it was worth it because it was funny. But little things like that. She was one of those people that if you were in a bad mood, she would not give up until you were at least grinning just a little bit. I know for me, one time I was completely down about something, and she spammed me with, like, I think 50 Snapchats, I think, telling me just to smile once. I know it sounds cheesy, but sometimes when you think you don't have anybody and somebody just comes out of the blue and says they care, that means so much. And it's so sad to hear all these other people who had the same relationship with her, and it shows how amazing she was, that she cared about all these different people. I always tried to give her advice when she came to me. I did my very best. For being how young she was very wise. I mean, for example, look at this awesome memorial service there was for her. This was a car meet memorial service for Brianna recently. and it was beautiful. All these people came out and had a great time, and they all pretty much knew her one way or another. The last time I saw Brianna was actually at Winterfest. If you guys remember, I did that Winterfest video, and I came up with my tripod, and I was right by the car she was in. She was chilling in a WRX in the passenger seat, and I had my camera out, and she's just like, "Don't you dare film me, David. Don't you dare." But at other car meets, like if I looked like I was in a bad mood, if you guys don't know, I'm extremely freaking ticklish. Like, I'm probably the most ticklish person you'll ever meet. Like, I say this as a man, and she would sneak up on me and just poke me once just to freak me out. But she had the smile to back it up and not be mad at her. Her favorite cars were Mazdas, and that was her thing. She had a Mazda 3 that she loved so dearly, and she was very resourceful when things went wrong. Here's a picture of when one of her mirrors got shattered. She just used bacon duct tape to fix it. I mean, what a boss. Like, seriously, that's awesome. You know, it's just eerie to me because that day, during her final hours, I was up in Maryland having the time of my life with my friends doing a video shoot of the Kenny G Evo. I sit here thinking about it, and it kills me because, you know, I rode in Zach's hatch all the way up to Maryland, which is a Honda EG, and it's the same car she passed away in. So it's just, I mean, that night, like the next night after learning about her passing, I was a mess, and I went to a car meet and I just was not even there. Like, I couldn't look at a car like the same way that night. It was just tough for me because this is our hobby and it's what we love. Sometimes we just forget how blessed we are to be here and how blessed we are to be in our car and be safe in our car every day. Other than going into the military, my grandfather always said the most dangerous thing you'll ever do is get behind the wheel of a car. But when you have a passion this strong for something, there's nothing stopping you. And it never stopped Brianna, never did. Does that mean that my passion for cars is dead? Absolutely not. But it shows it can happen to any of us. I mean, this wasn't as much on a personal level because Brianna was my friend, but you know, we lost Paul Walker, and we realized back then that we could lose, you know, anybody. It's just, this hit me right at home because, you know, I'm not able to be around the community she was a part in because I don't live there anymore, and that makes it even harder. And I know that I'm dragging this on, guys. It breaks my heart that she's gone, and I know that there were people closer to her than I was, but in the past like 3 or 4 months, I was getting very close with her, and we knew just about everything about each other. So basically, I want my shout out to be to Brianna Luckinbill. You were an awesome person to be on this earth, and I really hope that you're rocking your favorite Mazda up there. I really hope so. I know that she is in a better place than our messed up world we're in today. We live in a world of deception and lying and backstabbing and betrayal, and she was the complete opposite. So all of my condolences, all of my prayers, they go to Brianna's family, and I ask all of my followers here on YouTube to please pray for Brianna herself and her family. I've had a few commenters say, "Oh, David, I'm praying for you because of your loss." No, don't pray for me, pray for them. They need it more than I do, especially for her closer friends down in Virginia Beach. So, in honor of her and her family, leave in the comment section below of people you have lost in car accidents and why they meant a lot to you. We can have this video as kind of a memorial to people we've lost in our passion and our hobby. Keep your friends and family close. Don't take anything for granted. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.